I thought going into the game, I knew Rutgers was playing really well, playing very tough, very physical, grinded out basketball. So let's give Coach Peichel credit for their game plan today. Second, they go up and we fight back. We keep fighting back. They went up a few points, we fight back again. We get it to 1 point, and I just love the team's grit. We're this close to breaking through. I'm more optimistic walking out of this arena than I was a week ago. We just got to clean up a few things. A couple of rebounds here and there, a couple of missed free throws here and there, missed assignments on both ends. I thought offensively, we did some really good things offensively, got good open shots. We didn't make them, and that's what Rutgers does. And then we were able to get downhill a little bit in the second half. So, look, we go back to work tomorrow. They get training, a little bit with SAS and ice and all that good stuff, and we go back to work on Monday to start preparing for Purdue. That's got to be the mindset. Keep getting better, 1% better each day. We're this close. And then, I'm sorry, I should have said this first. What an amazing crowd. What an amazing day to be a part and partner up with Thon and Coaches versus Cancer. To have almost over 13,000 there is phenomenal. And I know we're not where we want to be. But for everybody to show up, support men's basketball, support Thon, support Coaches versus Cancer, it just shows you the relationship that we have with everybody, Thon and Coaches versus Cancer in the community. So definitely a bright spot.
Pat, you had told us the other day how well Rutgers rebounds. They hurt you early with offensive rebounds, and then they got you on that killer one late. How much of an issue was that?
We gave up 9 in the first half. We weren't finding bodies, and against Rutgers and then Purdue coming up here, we got to find bodies. The next two teams play very similar, although I think Purdue shoots a little bit better, but they still go to the glass a lot, and that's what Matt Painter teaches. So we got to work on that in practice. We did for 2 days, working on finding bodies and cleaning it up. But obviously, first half we didn't do a good job. The play at the end of the first half where they get that lay-in, I mean, you could have looked at it either way. Did that win them the game, or the one at the end won them? They both got offensive rebounds and were able to make 2 points out of it.
And then your 4 most experienced players combined for 11 turnovers. I think they had 4 in the first 2 minutes of the second half. I mean, it's one thing to hang that on young guys and say they're young, but with all due respect to Lamar there, do these guys have to step it up in that regard in these sorts of games?
Yeah, I don't disagree, but I think we're all trying so hard, right? We all want to push the team through that barrier. We all want to get the team over the hump. So sometimes you can't fault him for his aggressiveness on the offensive end. But I agree, our veterans have to get it done. You know, Josh, Mike, and Lamar got to get it done. I think our freshmen and sophomores are getting better. I hope you see that too. Maybe you're not going to watch as much film as I am, but they're getting better. I thought Rob played really well. Jamari gave us great minutes guarding, especially in the second half. I thought John, making his free throws, did some good things for us in ball screen defense. He was terrific. I thought Miles, although he missed a couple, he's getting better. So guys are getting better. But our veterans really need to take care of the ball, and they need to push us over this hump.
2 for you. Was Ra's shot at the end, is that something that you had drawn up, or did you like?
It's a read. It's a read. So he comes off. We were able to get a foul to stop the clock. He makes 2. So we went to a similar play. He can shoot 3 if he wants it, but we have some action on the other side too if he wants that corner 3 over there. Or he's got Lamar, and at the time I had Trent in, those guys filling the slot areas. So he had a lot of different choices with, 9.2 seconds to go, and I felt like he got it off clean. He had just hit one similar to that in practice the other day, so I felt like good shot. We threw some rebounders, didn't go in. But it's never, it's never that shot. It's a free throw, it's a rebound, it's a turnover.
And then were you satisfied with the explanation on the fresh shot clock for them?
I'm not sure. I'm going to have to call tomorrow. I'm still confused on that one. But I'm not going to blame the refs either. We had plenty of opportunities to seize this game, take over this game, and we didn't make the plays or get the stops. They did. So give them credit.
Some of those late timeouts, you look on some of these younger guys' faces, really everybody's face, and there's that sort of, this is happening again kind of look on their face. And no matter how confident you make them or whatnot in practice, how do you get them to believe when they can get that far, but then they get into that moment and it just unravels?
Keep practicing. You know what I would tell you? Keep putting ourselves in that position. This is a whole new team. It's a young team that's out there making critical decisions, offensively, defensively, special teams. I'd much rather be in a one-possession game than getting beat by next SML. So keep putting ourselves there, learn from these experience. We're going to break through.
And you mentioned the older guys getting you over the hump. It seems at the same time, maybe their issue to a certain extent is trying too hard. How do you get that message across without making your best players squeeze the ball harder?
Yeah, I just think it's the simplicity of it. You know, we draw up a play. It's very easy read. Make the easy read. Don't complicate things. Sometimes we have a tendency to complicate things. So make the easy reads. Play as hard as you can. Put a fist up. You know, try to execute what we've been executing in practice. I thought we had 2 really good practices, really strong practices. So it's going to come through. All the work we're putting in, it's going to come through.
Pat, how do you think Rajir's offense has been developing this season? It feels like when he's attacking and he's able to get to the free throw line, he's a more efficient player and he seems more confident. Are you stressing him at all about maybe taking a little less jump shot, a few less jump shots and attacking more? Because he's a really good free throw shooter. You
know what? I'm just telling him, read the situation, read the ball screen, and when we do that, we make better choices, and he's making better choices. So he's getting downhill for himself. He's making good plays for others. He hit Miles in the corner for a great look. So he's got to continue to do that. And we need to continue to put him in position to do that.
Any other questions for Coach Chambers?
Thank you.
Oh, one more.
Pat, how do you keep the team motivated at this point after the losses have kind of piled up? I know you've referred to this a little bit, but how much of a challenge is it? Because they're only human out there. I mean, it's got to be a little bit difficult when these tight ones keep hitting and hitting and hitting.
You know what? I hope and pray that as athletes and competitors, that even though you're in this situation, you want to feel that winning feeling again. And I'm going to keep telling them to show up. I'm going to keep showing up. I can't wait to get to work tomorrow morning. Can't wait. Can't wait to watch this film tonight. Can't wait. Fired up. And that's what that's what I just told them. Keep showing up. Make good choices tonight. You know, hang out with your family, but then show up again tomorrow. But as an athlete, as a competitor, if you don't want to get this bad taste out of your mouth, you shouldn't be playing sports. Thanks.